Okay, I am posting two videos on here. The first one is going to be the number 6 in chapter 2 homework work. And then after this, I'm going to post me putting in my answers for this question in ALEKS. I cannot write on my computer screen when I'm in ALEKS, but so I'm going to do the work here, and then you'll see me enter it in the other one. All right. So state whether the graph of the parabola opens upward or downward. Well, that's a positive number to start there, so it's got to go upward. Okay. Determine the vertex by using the vertex formula. Now the vertex formula, x is equal to negative b over 2a. So in this case, it'd be negative 15 over 2 times 5, which is positive 15 over 10, which reduces to 3/2. So my x value is 3/2. Now my y value, I got to put 3/2 into this. So it's 5 times 3/2 squared minus 15 times 3/2 plus 2. Now I'm just using my calculator and typing this in to get my answer. And when I type it in, I get negative 37/4. So that means my y value is negative 37/4. And so when we sketch this graph, this is going to be very difficult, but I show you on ALEKS how nice it is. It has a nice plot point feature that you'll like. Now the next part here is determining the x-intercepts. And I just noticed, I don't know why these letters are way off. That's not K, so determining this should be C. This should be A, B, C, D, and I'll try to fix them as I go. The x-intercept, we got to let 0 equal 5x squared minus 15x plus 2. Now, it doesn't factor, so I use the quadratic formula. So now we got to do negative b plus or minus the b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So again, negative 15 plus or minus negative 15 squared minus 4 times 5 times 2 all over 2 times 5. So negative 15 is just positive 15, plus or minus. Now, I'm just entering this under the calculator here. Everything under the square root here, I'm taking a calculator, and it's 185 all over 10. Now, is there a perfect square that goes into 185 so I can simplify this at all? 185 does not have a perfect square, so that is my answer. I can't go any further. So what I have to do is I have to put these in as a coordinate. And these are the x values. Remember, we let y equal 0. So my first point is going to be 15 plus the square root of 85 over 10, comma 0. Then my other point is going to be 15 minus 185 over 10, 0. And then you would just need to put a comma in between your two answers. It looks ugly, but we do not have to plot that point. Now determining the y-intercept, well, this is nice. We just let x equal 0. So if x is 0, it's 5 times 0 squared minus 15 times 0 plus 2. Well, that's simply 2. So the y-intercept is 0, comma 2. So the next part is sketching the graph. So you got to plot this negative 3/2 negative 37 over 4. So on a hand-drawn graph, this is almost impossible to do very well. 3/2 is 1.5, which is about here. 37 divided by 4 is a little over 9, so it's a little over 9. It's somewhere about here. And then my y-intercept is 0, 2. And so once I plot those 2 points, I can just draw it. It's a nice skinny graph here. You'll see when it's in the ALEKS, it's much easier. Determining the axis of symmetry, well, the x value in the vertex is 3/2, so that's 3/2. The minimum value, well, it is a minimum because it goes up, so minimum, I did spell that right, is equal to negative 37/4. The domain, it goes from negative infinity to positive infinity. Range, the lowest value is negative 37/4, so it gets a bracket because it does equal to that, and it goes to positive infinity. Okay, so that's that problem. That work on it, and then the other one is entering it. And to be honest, I think this is about a 5-minute video, and I think the next one's about a 5-minute video. So it almost takes just as long to enter the crazy answers as doing it.